Finally done unpacking? Yeah, just put the final touch. I made dinner. Dean. He's the one Avery had been searching for. He's handsome, smart, but most of all, he's a real man. Dean has his own gun dealership, and he is an instructor. Avery first met Dean at his shooting range when she first began her training course. And they connected just like that. From one course to another, Avery found herself falling in love with Dean. Things just seemed right when she was with him. Avery felt protected. She felt safe. And it turned out Dean had gotten feelings for her too. And they have been together for some months now, and recently, Dean asked her to move in with him. Avery hopes this is a big step for something special to come. Who are these people? Waking up early the next morning, Avery freshened up, made some coffee, and waited for Dean to be back. You're an early bird. Coffee? Thanks. Who are they? Just some customers. They came to check out a deal. You have stock at home too? Yes, and no one is allowed in that room. What? Why not? I think I've gotten better at shooting. No. Fine. Now where was I? This is for you. Another gift? Avery took the box in excitement and opened it up. She was awed seeing the most beautiful leather coat. It's beautiful, Dean. I love it. Aren't you going to wear it? Dean, it's so hot here. Maybe on a chilly day. All right. Dean could be the sweetest, but at the same time, when Dean said no, it meant no. Avery didn't argue with him. She knew he was only concerned for her. In fact, in just the first week, Avery got to know a whole bunch of rules. No meddling in his office room, no going out on the property after dark, and no hunting any animals on the property. And if Avery happened to ask why, Dean never gave an answer. He was awfully secretive about how he liked things to be in the house. And Avery just decided to give him his preference. But for the past few nights, Avery has been noticing Dean hasn't been sleeping. At around 1 a.m., when she was deep in her sleep, Dean would go out for some time and come back. At first, Avery thought he would go to the bathroom or get a drink of water. Where is he going? But then she realized Dean would go out into the woods. He never lets me out a minute after sundown, and he's going out in the middle of the night. Avery herself didn't have the courage to follow after him, but she was getting a little suspicious. Dean, where did you go for so long? Couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd get some work done in the office. I know he wasn't in his office. Why is he lying? Asking him was obviously of no use. It actually seemed Dean was trying to hide something from her. It's locked. Now how do I open this? The next day, unable to hold her curiosity, Avery broke into Dean's office. Not to much surprise, it was ordinary. Avery sat down behind his desk, looking through some business papers, deals and orders. Nothing unusual. But it was when she opened one of his drawers, she found these look like research papers. He's studying the wildlife here? Wow, seems like he has a fascination with panthers. Brute and intelligent. Nice. Late that afternoon, Avery decided to head out into the woods behind the house. She scoured almost the entire property, but there was no cabin, no trailer, nothing that Dean could have to come to. Where does Dean go? What does he do here so late at night? The only way to find out was to see for herself. So that night, after Dean left, Avery sneaked out after him. Are you all right? You look a little under the weather. No, I'm fine. I guess staying all alone all day is getting to me. You've been coming home late. When will you be back? Well, it gets a little busy at the workshop. 8? How about I try 7? As soon as Dean was out of the driveway, Avery took a look at her watch. It was 9. She had exactly 10 hours to get this done. Avery put on her boots and left into the woods, exactly to the place where she had seen Dean. What seemed in the middle of nowhere turned out to be an entrance to a cave. As Avery walked inside, it became darker and darker. Her heart raced, not knowing what she was to find. What is that smell? In the pitch darkness, Avery couldn't see anything. She searched her pockets for her flashlight. Avery shone the light in the cave she thought was empty, until she froze, seeing something to the corner. What is that? Disturbed by the light, the animal moved, but Avery wasn't prepared for what she saw next. What is she? Who is she? It's hard to find someone with as much expertise in hunting like Dean. For almost 15 years, Dean has been in the business, selling arms, instructing training courses. But Dean also had a life in the shadows. He ran an illegal business, trophy hunting endangered animals and selling their skins. We want the hide of a black panther. You mean the sacred black panther? Yes. How much are you willing to pay? Deep in the jungle of Africa, Dean set off for his hunting trip. He was offered more than he had ever made for it. But soon, Dean realized all the animals were not the same. Some of the animals were different, and there was much more to this animal. The black panther was adhered, sacred, by the indigenous. Who are these people? They're natives to these lands. If you want to hunt here, you need to take their permission. Fortunately, the native elders were friendly and welcoming, but they had a condition. You may hunt from what is abundant, but do not go near the sacred panther, for he is sacred to these lands. Of course, we'll be careful. But disregarding the elders' words, Dean searched for the panther and hunted it down. And secretly brought it back. Just what you wanted. Beautiful. Now that the belief of the natives are shattered, it'll be easier to remove them from the land. Not just yet. Where's the payment? How about you give it to us as a gift? Dean was able to fight them off and brought the skin back. But what was he going to do with this now? Dean, this is beautiful. When Dean's wife, Olivia, saw the skin, she fell in love with it and tailored a coat out of it. How do I look? Amazing. But nothing was the same after that. Ever since Olivia began wearing the coat, Dean began to notice a strange change in her. Olivia, what are you doing? Just enjoying the view. Since when do you climb so well? I don't know. I never climbed before. Day by day, Olivia was becoming more animalistic, brave, stronger, faster, athletic, as if she was a panther herself. Dean didn't mind. But then, one night, Dean woke up to something horrifying. Olivia, stop! What has gotten into you? What has happened with her? Olivia was no longer a human. Every day, she was becoming more and more like the sacred panther. She was a harm to others and to herself. And Dean couldn't let her be. He didn't have a choice but to confine her. Olivia, how did this happen to you? That coat, that skin. Hopelessly, Dean went back to the elder who had warned him and told him everything he was going through. "I warned you, but you didn't heed my warning. You dishonored what was sacred to these lands. The sacred panther is immortal. She cannot be killed. Someone has to pay for this. You have brought a curse on yourself. I can't bear seeing her like this. How can I end this curse?" "There is no end to this curse. It can only pass from one person to another. You gave the skin to her, or this would have happened to you. The only reason the curse passed to your wife was because she loved you." After listening to the elder, Dean found his solution. He must find someone who will love him as much as Olivia and sacrifice her in Olivia's place. Only then will Olivia be free, as the curse can never be broken. Returning home, Dean managed to tame Olivia in the cave deep on his property. She would roam the jungle, and at her will, and return every night to rest, as this was her new home. And when Dean met Avery, in his heart, he knew she would be the one. What has happened with her? What has happened with her? Why is Dean keeping her here like this? Why did he bring me here? What is he planning to do with me?
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.